decided to do a live program. It's Monday and I am painting a lot of objects and canvases to sell on Facebook Marketplace. I made 150 objects last winter and spring, and a lot of them just need to be painted and some of them are already painted. So I've chosen a select few and I'm going to continue to add to my Facebook Marketplace as things go on. But here's a bowl. It's paper mache, hand painted. The clay is handmade, just like I show you in my behind the scenes video. But the thing is, I'm a machine, so I truly just make. I never stop making. I am a factory. So here's one example. This one is up on my Facebook Marketplace, as is this one. I paint a lot of these different designs all the time. It's like a signature of mine that I kind of implement into everything. And these bowls are great for like putting jewelry in, you know, at the end of the day, or maybe you're like a sage person. Sage is like super cutie up in there. You can also put, like when you come home, you can throw your keys in there and change and whatever, like your wallet, whatever you kind of throw on the table when you get home. So those are on Facebook Marketplace now. I'm in my pajamas because I'm having a leisure day. So, you know, hey. And this is the last piece I put on Facebook Marketplace. It's one of my paintings. So I'm trying to get some paintings up on there, and this is an agave valley with the mountains in the back and the agave plants right here. As you can see, I do use those little details and fun designs in everything. And I pulled out a drawing that I want to recreate into a painting. This one I'm going to make really large. As you can see, it's not that big, but I want to get a really big canvas. Oh, thank you so much. I live in Los Angeles, but I am from New York. I'm a New York girl. I came here in the pandemic and I escaped the hell of New York in the pandemic to have like my own little bubble. I keep my originals, so I repaint them, but I'm gonna repaint this for sale. I love this one. I love painting eyes, I love painting space, and I love painting curtains, so it's kind of a mixture of a shit ton of stuff that I love. And here's an oldie but goodie too. I'll recreate and repaint and throw on my Facebook Marketplace as well. Yeah, I just love these little designs. And you know, this one right now is on my Facebook Marketplace. Hand painted, it's paper mache, it's handmade clay. Everything is made from recycled materials. And this one is also on my Facebook Marketplace. Another paper mache bowl. And I'm truly just making all of these paper mache things. I made about 150 objects last year. And oh, there's Banjo. He's always featured in my videos as well. My little dapple dachshund. What are we saying? Thank you so much. You're so sweet. I really appreciate that. Yes, I am different from Los Angeles girls. It's because I'm a New Yorker, but I'm also different from New York people. I just like, I'm a misfit. I don't know if I belong anywhere. So here's another paper mache bowl that I'm working on. and another one. Yeah, I have a bunch of these that are already hand painted and ready to go, but I'm putting them on my Facebook Marketplace one by one. And I'll be adding snakes, paper mache snakes. This one still has to be painted. It's now freshly black, so we're ready to go. And then I also did this like khaki colored one, and this one's ready to actually go onto Facebook Marketplace, so I'll probably throw this one up soon. Let's see what's going on. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. This is, I guess it's a hobby, but it's also something that I'm trying to make into a job. I am a production designer in the film industry, and I do set design and create environments. I do prop styling, and I fabricate a whole shit of stuff. So I make like giant flowers, I make big paper mache sculptures, and it's just something that I draw every single night, and I've drawn every night for, sheesh, I don't know, since like 2010, maybe, maybe earlier, to be honest. And so I've been taking my drawings and making them into paper mache sculptures, which has been really fun for me. So yeah. Oh, focusing on my eyes. I call them ancient Greek eyes. They're like bright green in the sun, or they actually change color, to be honest. I'm not from Hollywood. I actually live in like Filipino town area. I'm from upstate New York, so my childhood I climbed trees and I painted rocks. Let's see, this is a painting that I'm working on right now. As you can see, I have penciled in the other palm tree, and it's these palm trees that I love at a park that's close to me, Elysian Park. And yeah, I'm gonna start doing more landscapey stuff, but in my style, and selling that on Facebook Marketplace. Thank you so much about my house. Yeah, I'm a production designer. So just naturally, I collect things. I've collected things. I've lived on my own since I was 18, so I'm really into like the turn of the century, the last one, like the late 1800s until really like the 40s is my vibe. And I'm very inspired by the circus from that time, from like the late 1800s to the early 1900s. Circus costumes, circus decor, the freak show, the extravagance. I love all of that shit. So I do have a lot of that influence in my life. Yes? He's cold. Excuse me. Okay, there you go. He likes to be under a blanket, but he also likes to be on top of me. Painting things requires a lot. It does require a lot of patience. Honestly, painting is the least intricate thing that I do. It's more soothing and therapeutic for me. And painting and drawing has become a wind down for me. Honestly, like the paper mache is so intricate. There's so many tiny little steps that you have to hit every single one of them. And it takes a lot of patience to do, especially like even just making the clay can take like an hour, you know, and you're just like ripping little pieces of paper. And then you're blending the paper. It's like wild. So I would say that I do run on. You okay, Poppy? What's going on under here? Okay. He's okay. I run best when the project is hard and has a lot of parts and is super intricate. It's kind of my favorite thing. I used to crochet, and I macrame. So just imagine like thousands of tiny little knots making up like a big 10 by 10 foot curtain. Or I used to make macrame chandeliers, tiered ones, and that just took, you know, hours upon hours, days, months to create. So I do really like that. Let's see what's going on in, yeah. You live alone there? I did live alone here for quite some time, but as you've seen in the news, the film industry has kind of been a hardship in anyone that's involved in it. And so things have slowed down so much with work for me, and honestly, doing this artwork, it has been what is grounding me and keeping me sane and kind of petting my anxiety. So since things have been so slow with work, I have turned my office room into a bedroom, and I've been subletting it, and I've been meeting really interesting people. The last girl was very young, and she is in the music industry. She does producing and stuff like that. So she was really cute and sweet. And then the girl that I have in right now, she's a painter. She does a different type of painting than I. It is just absolutely stunning and gorgeous. It's very realistic. She also does environmental and architecture type stuff, and insane. And she also carves wood, so it's been really interesting living with her. And she does a lot of student film. She works on a lot of student films, so just having someone that's like in my industry that's also creative in my living space currently has been just a joy, really. What's going on? I live alone, too busy in my own world. Yeah, you know, when you live alone, it's some people feel like you're sad or something, but I'm really good, independent. I always have been. I just kind of keep busy. I make these sculptures, I paint, I draw, I fill my time with art. You know, and as you can see on my channel, I also do self-portrait sets at home, and I do everything from scratch, all alone, from conceptualizing to designing and making props to my own costume, my own makeup. I take the photos myself with a remote, and at the end I edit and make stop motion videos and stuff like that with them. He is so confused. He's like, "You've never done this before. What is happening?" I'm not married. No, I'm a single girl. I'm just living my life right now. You know, I'm doing the best that I can, and I'm building up my own confidence, and I am just becoming more me than I ever have been. And it's been a really beautiful journey. And I'm not gonna say that it's been, you know, rainbows all the time, but it's certainly something that I recommend to people, is spend time alone. It's really healthy, and you deal with, you know, your demons, and there's no other time to do that other than being alone, you know? So you really just go through the emotions of becoming better. You have no other choice. So yeah, I'm just kind of on that journey right now, and being creative and dealing with a bossy little boy that can't handle me being in a live chat right now. Being in real estate. Yeah, totally. Very cool. So let me, Banjo, I know you're cold, you're confused, you need me. Lay down, sweet pea. Go ahead, lay down. I also make these sacred hearts, and they're paper mache. And so I made 50 different ones. They're all on a wall in my kitchen currently. And I refuse to get rid of my OGs. I don't know what it is, but I fall in love with the art that I make. So this is the OG, and I'm currently painting. I made 10 of these, so these are gonna go on my Facebook Marketplace too. So I'm in the middle of painting, and I have this one that I'm recreating here. I made it bigger though, because I don't know, I think it's really cutie small, but maybe people like it big. And then I have this one, and I'm in the middle of painting that. And I have 10 of all of these. I'm just getting started. And you know, the bigger ones have like a picture frame hanger, and I'll be painting the backs of them. The OGs I don't mind because they're mine. And then the smaller ones have one of those little hangers on it, so you can hang it on your wall. Show your bracelets. Oh, thank you. Okay. I love mixing silver. I have brass too that I love to wear, and I also wear a lot of copper. But this one I believe is, what is this? It might be, sheesh, I don't even remember now. I collect things from all different cultures. I love wearing like traditional clothing from other cultures, and I love finding their old, vintage, really beautiful, unique jewelries. So that's one. This one is missing a lot of bells, but I don't care because I like it no matter what. I'll probably fix it one day. And then I have this little guy. I wear a lot. I'm wearing my pajamas right now. But like I normally, like this is Vietnamese necklace that I love to wear. Yeah, I love all the ethnic stuff. I truly just collect like the most beautiful ethnic, the bigger it is, the better for me. I love this stuff. I love it so much, and I love wearing it, and it makes me feel really good. Thank you. Oh wow, thank you so much. That's so sweet to hear it. I'm kind of a hermit crab. I stay home. As you can see, I'm busy, you know, working on all of these art projects, and I don't get out much. So it's just so nice to hear that. Thank you so much. Who's being weird? Oh, you guys, be nice to each other. It's really about kindness for me. So you guys in there, you be nice to each other. I want to see some nice things happening over there. So yeah, I'm gonna paint this. I need to get some canvas money as things are really slow. I can't afford big, beautiful canvases, but I want to paint this into a big, beautiful canvas. There's other ones in this. I want to paint this onto a canvas. That's the moon. And then, you know, you have the fish. If you haven't noticed, I'm a Pisces. I think it's pretty obvious, but you know, you never know. So of course I have to draw my fish friends next to some crystals, under some eyes. This is just how my brain works. And then there's a moon there wearing a top hat, of course, because you know, I just told you I love like turn of the century and all the old stuff. Let me show you something else I'd like to paint. And this is kind of painted. I use ink. I paint with ink on paper sometimes, especially like to fill in the big spaces. Using a pen is just, no, we gotta ink it. All right, let's see. What else do I have that I want to turn into a painting? Oh yes, this. I forgot I did this. If you guys have ever driven from LA to Palm Springs or Joshua Tree, you will see these windmills, and there's like thousands of them. It's unreal, and it always just gives me such a strong happiness feeling. Every time I go to Joshua Tree, I feel like I get a big hug, and this is part of it. So I had to draw it, and then I had to forget about it, and I just recently found this notebook. And so I want to paint that on a very large canvas and sell it as well. I can't wait. I'm very excited. When is your birthday? March 2nd. It's on Sunday. I'm really, yeah. It's like the first birthday that I've actually felt good. For some reason, I get sad when my birthday is coming up. Not this year. I'm like fighting against it. Oh, here's another one I'd like to. Mine's March 7th. Oh, happy birthday to you. Early birthday. Here's another one I want to paint on a canvas. I find these really unique and interesting. Kind of plays with the eye a little bit. Let's see, what else? We saw that one. Here's one. I told you I like to do landscapes. This is a Joshua Tree landscape. You see that big Joshua Tree right there? And as you can see, I play with these designs all the time. I added a weirdo mask because I love them so much. Yeah, so I'm excited to, paint all of these things. I just put things up on my Facebook Marketplace yesterday, so I'm really excited about that. I told you all that I love the circus from the late 1800s, so like there's a monkey smoking a cigarette, a poodle riding a bike, a bear and a lady on a tightrope. Yeah, I love the circus. Oh, what is the holiday in Paris on March 2nd? I'm a little bit French. I'm Greek, mostly, and I have some French and I have some Italian. So that's interesting. I'd love to know what holiday in Paris is on my birthday. Oh, here's another one. I'll probably just redo these in black and white because I love the contrast of the different shapes going in different ways and your eyes like, ugh. But, thank you. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm so excited about starting this Facebook Marketplace and hopefully things will sell. I made so many things. I even made vases. What did I make? Snakes, vases, mouths. I have a mouth here within reach. And you can hang it on your wall. Mine don't have the backs painted, but the ones I sell, of course, will be finished. But you can hang it on the wall, or you can use it as like, a little bowl on a tabletop because the mouth is, so whatever you like, you want a mouth on the wall, you got a mouth on the wall. You want a mouth bowl, you got a mouth bowl. Whatever you fucking want to do with your stuff is up to you. And that's how I live my life. I do whatever feels right. Okay. What are my future goals? Yeah, my future goals, let's see. Clearly, I want to continue doing this because this makes me feel very happy. So future goals certainly has selling art and making custom work for other people. I make sculptures. I have 5-foot cactus sculptures in my bathroom that I've made, all paper mache. I have a Greek pillar that I made that's right in front of me. And I also make giant paper flowers. Honestly, I get called to do things I've never done before, and then I just do them. I love the challenge of figuring it out. So fabricating is certainly something that I'd love to do. As a production designer in the entertainment industry, I love music videos. They've been my favorite, and so I've been wanting to collect some avant-garde type artists that are looking for some stop motion, some handmade sets, hand painted, handmade sets. So that's certainly something that I want to continue doing and do more of. Avant-garde photo shoots, stuff that's like peculiar and outside of the box. That's the vibe. But the main goal is to have my own warehouse and build out sets within the warehouse, almost like IKEA, but like avant-garde, very cool. A mixture between really like 1910 through the 30s with a little 70s swag, you know? So that means Art Nouveau and some interesting color contrast happening, and then extravagant curtains and drapery and kind of like, I would say Hollywood Regency, but my vibe of that, which is a bit more eccentric. Um, yeah, and then rent it out to productions, films, photo shoots, even events, you know. You can like grab a drink and hang out in a dope ass living room that's already built into this warehouse. Um, and then part of that dream is to have a corner of this warehouse, a small theater. So I can do movie premieres for independent filmmakers and maybe clown shows. I love clown shows. I love clowns. I love silliness. So I'd love to host some clown shows and comedy shows. And yeah, you know, whoever wants to rent out that stage for something. Um, and then maybe have like a monthly movie night with some really great films. Yeah, so that's kind of the dream and the goal and the plan and what I'm working towards. And of course, this warehouse would have a workshop, which would be an art studio where I would be, you know, doing all of my art. I do everything here in my living room, everything from shooting my sets, building the sets, everything is here. I build and fabricate my sculptures here, and I also paint. I do everything in this living room. So it'd be nice to expand into a warehouse space, and yeah, that's the dream. Thoughts about family. Family, you know, it's different for everyone. Um, I don't quite know how to answer that question. Do I want one? How do I feel about my family? I tend to not talk about family. I'm on my own journey and I am growing every day, you know? So yeah, very cool. What else is there? I've been, you know, these are getting repainted. I think I mentioned this, but I don't know who's coming and going. So yeah, I'm gonna repaint this and sell it on my Facebook Marketplace. It's an eye in space with curtains. Those are kind of my three favorite things to draw. Vases and flowers are some fun things I like to draw too. And of course, all of these really interesting shapes. I love that. And this is one that I've started. It's palm tree, but it's actually from Elysian Park. So I love going there and relaxing, and I love drawing places that I've been to in my own style. So these trees I love. I always photograph them. I probably have like 40 photos of just these palm trees from every time I go. I can't help it. I'm like, ugh, it's like an instant, I need to take a picture of this. So yeah, and this one is currently on my Facebook Marketplace. I just posted it yesterday. It's Agave Valley. So you see the agave plants, you see the pathway, you see all the mountains. And this is what it looks like when you get it from me. A rump, 2025, because I just finished painting this. So yeah, very cool stuff happening around here. I've got so much work to do. I'm like wondering if I should just get started and paint a little bit. I'm not sure, but this is also on my Facebook Marketplace. I just posted it yesterday. It's a paper mache bowl, hand painted, made with recycled materials, and I make my own clay, paper clay, and that's what it's covered in, and it makes it hard. But you know, you can't put anything wet in here. It's for dried stuff like change, keys, jewelry, sage, lighters, matches, that kind of stuff. Whatever you want. No food, no cereal, no soup. It'll just ruin it. And you know, you don't want to do that if you're gonna buy one of these. Right now I'm selling the bowls for 65 bucks. And I'll be posting more on my Facebook Marketplace soon. I'm doing it kind of in rotation, just having a couple sit for a little while, and then I'll be adding more. But here's like a sneak peek on one I'm working on currently. Just like black and white. There's also this one I'm working on currently. It's almost finished. Kind of like Ama hieroglyphics with a moon. Let me get a couple more that I have painted. I'll show you some sneak peeks. Facebook Marketplace. Yep, that's it. And do you do shipping? Of course I'll do shipping. I want to sell these and share them with the world. Don't mind me, I'm in my pajamas. Okay. Let's see. I just made these stars for an event. I made 5 of them and they're all different sizes. So I have to put more clay on them. I had to rush it, so they're not perfect. So I have to put more clay on them. I have to sand them, and then I have to prime them. But they're so cute. I like a 6-point star because they come out really wonky, and that's my favorite part of it. And then I have, you can hang them on the wall, or you can tie fishing wire around them and have them hanging. That's what I did at the event, is I had them hanging around this big paper mache moon that I have. These are kind of similar, but you know, every time you paint the same thing, it comes out different. Every time you make the same thing, paper mache, it comes out a different shape. So here's another one in that style. It's a little different. It's a different shape than the one that's posted. As you can see, like anything handmade is just gonna be, you know, hand painted. It'll be different. So that's that one. And then I did another version of this one. And as you can see, it's a little bit bigger. But I love how unique each one of them is. They're all just different. So, and then I did 2 of these, which I have to do a little touch up on. I made these a year ago and they've just been sitting around because I'm scared to show people. Are they? Yeah, so it's paper mache. So it's all paper. I start with a paper base and then I sculpt it with a different type of paper and then I tape it with paper tape to hold everything into place. And then I make my own paper clay from scratch. And then I cover that in paper clay. It takes like a day or 2 to dry, and then I prime it, and then I paint it, and then I varnish it. So it's a lot of little tiny steps. It takes forever and ever and ever, but I really enjoy it. And when I do a bunch of shit all at once, right? So I'm not wasting my clay, and I am not wasting my time. If I made one at a time, forget about it. It wouldn't be worth it. So I do make things kind of in bulk. And it just makes everything better. So last winter, I made 150 objects because I'm an insane person. But I made a dozen snakes. I made 10 of each heart, 10. So I made 7 different hearts, so that was 70 hearts. I made 20 bowls. I made, I think, 10 vases and 10 mouths, and then I made these really big eyes that are really cool. Actually, let me show you an eye. The eyes are kind of cool. Hold on. I'm almost back. Okay. I grabbed a bunch of things. I come with things. All right. So this is the OG eye. How cool is that? And it goes on your wall. I don't finish the backs of mine because I don't give a shit. They're mine. But yeah, they come with like a hanging on the back. And of course they'll be clayed and finished on the back, painted and such. But that's an eye. I also do black and white because I love black and white. So paper mache clay, it's like hard. I have not varnished this one or finished painting it, but yeah, these are made to last. Here are little eyes that I make. They're so cute. And I pulled a vase that was almost finished painting. So here's a vase. Just white inside. So I made 10 of these. I have to paint them. And I haven't made these yet I haven't made any more of these, but I was making candelabras. I was playing with the idea of candles. So yeah, I think I should maybe make these again because these were fun to make. And I love them. They're so unique. So yeah, I've just been a busy girl, just paper macheing up a storm, painting up a storm. I draw every single day. I made a hand. As you can see, it's not perfect. But look at that, it's a hand. I did that. Yeah, just been you know, the entertainment industry has been so slow lately and hard to navigate. So what's been keeping me sane and away from anxiousness is making all of this art. And it's really been helping, and now I have things to sell. I have so many things. So the cactus sculptures are my favorite. Oh, thanks for checking that out. Thank you. Yeah, I made those to enter a contest, and yeah, I wasn't chosen to even be a part of it. But it's okay. Now I have these cactuses, and they're 2 of them are in my guest room and 3 of them are in my bathroom, and I think I might submit them to some art galleries because I think they need to be seen. You know, I have them on my Instagram, I have them on the YouTube, I have them on TikTok, but it's just not enough. They need to be now out there in the world for people to see. So yeah, I've been thinking about submitting them to some art shows and seeing if they get in. Yeah, that was such a fun project to create. I've never made anything at that size before with paper mache, and I still, well, that's a lie. Afterwards, I made an 8-foot crescent moon. Um, but that was the first of the bigger pieces, really, and I love how they came out. I wish someone would do custom orders and order them so I can make them again, because I really enjoyed the whole process. And you know, I can paint them however people want. They want green, I can paint them green. They want pink with black polka dots, like whatever the hell. I just would love some custom orders to come through, so I can remake those. Sell them to me. I don't sell my OGs. Like, I have to keep my originals. They, I don't know, I get so attached to them, and that came from a drawing, actually. I started it with a finger drawing in an app on my phone, and then I drew it in my notebook. Is my notebook close? I'll get the original drawing to show you. And then I made them. But I'm happy to make them again. I'll absolutely make them again. Let's see. Cactuses. There's a second version, but where's the original drawing? Oh, here it is. So yeah, I've been going through my notebooks of my old drawings, and I've been recreating these drawings into sets, into sculptures, just bringing old ideas back into the present in a different way, in a different medium. And since I'm a set designer, it's really fun for me to take an old idea and bring it to life, considering my brain is kind of overactive and I want to create these things. So if I don't have the client to do it, I'm my client for right now. And then it's cool because then it shows people that, you know, I can do this shit, and then it gives me a portfolio, even though I'm the only one working on it, and it's not as good as it would be with a full crew and team working behind an idea, because of course that's when things develop into just the most beautiful thing. It's like harmonious, and when you get the right crew and you have the right talented people and they're all passionate about the same thing, shit really fucking happens. And right now it's just me, but that's also part of the dream, is building the team and the group of people that come together and make this art like into reality. So making films is certainly part of it. I wrote out a couple silent films that will be like 2 minutes long, so I'm excited to get those filmed. Here's another picture of one of those cactuses I made. I love drawing curtains and frames. So a little Joshua Tree moment with this cactus. And that's kind of how it gets started. Yeah, so. Let's see if there's anything that I've made in here. Well, here's something I want to make. Since I'm a Greek, of course I love sculptures. And I want to make this big lion sculpture. He's weird looking, but I love him so much. So yeah, maybe I'll make a big paper mache lion next. We'll see. I don't know. But I'm happy I started the store, you know. I might move into it being an Etsy store. I used to have one, and basically what I did is I sold my drawings, and you can order them like in a card or a pillow or a mug or something like that. And then I took it down like 2 years ago, where I could have kept it up and then added these things in, but my mind wasn't there. I was just in fabrication mode, which I get lost in. But yeah, I'm excited about finally selling my stuff on Facebook Marketplace and painting and taking custom orders. And I'd love to make those cactus sculptures again. I'd love to make these like 7-foot flowers, paper flowers. I just love working with paper and making things with my hands and daydreaming, and then making those daydreams come to reality. So certainly filmmaking is next for me, to bring these things into more of a storyline and a dreamscape, which I'm really excited for. I love doing the at-home self-portraits, but it's just like the next step, right? You're always growing, you're always moving on to the next thing, and that's kind of where I am at. Always learning, you know, so I think that is the best part of being an artist and a creative person, is you're never done. Your work is never done, your education is never done. I'm constantly reading books on how to write screenplays, for instance, or you know, old poetry and stuff that might like spark some really interesting ideas or help me grow towards the next chapter in what I'm striving to do. So currently it's making sculptures and doing self-portraits and creative avant-garde sets at home, which I truly enjoy and wish I could do every single day of my life, to be honest. And I'm also painting up a storm right now because I'm trying to get my Facebook Marketplace shop kind of full, so you can go in there and be like, oh, I really like that, but let me see if there's any, that's the one. And yeah, that's what I've been up to lately. Maybe I should start painting. Okay, I'm just gonna clean up. I kind of got a little carried away with show and tell, but tell me what you want to see and I'm here to show it to you. I was recently just showing my paintings, and I was showing some paper mache items that I am selling on Facebook Marketplace. Excuse me, I'm wearing my pajamas. I see new people entering and I just like feel like I have to state the obvious here. It's a relaxed day for me. This Monday, I'm just kind of painting objects and getting things ready to go onto my Facebook Marketplace. So, you know, I'm painting these sacred hearts to sell. Um, I'm painting snakes to sell. This is also exciting. I'm painting also bowls. And it's all paper mache. Everything you see is made out of paper. Handmade, hand painted, down to the clay. I make my own clay. So if you ever go to my page and watch some of the videos, I do showcase me making the clay. I've made concrete. I sand these things. I kind of show my process. I talk about my process. I talk about my inspirations. I will be selling, you know, vases, which are also paper. So I make the hole big enough that you can put a water vessel inside of it if you'd like, or if you're like me, I am... Nobody's here. Yeah, I'm selling these vases, which is paper mache. So if you're like me, I put dried flowers inside. It smells like lavender. I had a big bouquet of lavender in here. But yeah, dried flowers or silk flowers are really good for this. And I also, this was the prototype, but the other ones I've made the hole big enough to put like a slender water vessel inside. So you can actually do fresh flowers with that inside. But if not, you can just throw some, you know, dried, these aren't the right dried flowers, but you could do a bouquet of dried flowers or silk flowers inside of there, which I love. And yeah, just been busting out paper mache bowls, painting these up a storm. I've been revisiting my sacred hearts, and I'm painting sacred hearts now. I'm also painting right now canvas board just because I have it at home. So here's a painting that I just finished and put on my Facebook Marketplace yesterday. I'll be repainting these. Eye and space with some curtains, a couple of my favorite things to paint. And, you know, vase. And I also have a whole notebook I've been visiting, and I want to get some canvases for these, but there's some really interesting things I want to paint on very big canvases like this and sell. So that's kind of exciting to revisit some old drawings. Here's one of them too that I want to paint on a canvas. It's like a moon, and I'm a Pisces, so I drew in these little fishies. Yeah, curtains, because again, curtains are my favorite thing. I love curtains so much. So that's kind of what I'm up to, and I'm really excited to sell things. I've been hoarding my art for so long that it's just time to share it with the world. And sometimes that's scary, you know. I don't know if anyone suffers depression, but I do, and anxiety, and sometimes I feel scared to show my shit. But I'm excited. Here's a painting I'm working on currently. So fun. This is Elysian Park in Los Angeles, and these two palm trees are so beautiful and interesting to look at. Every time I go there, I take a photo or 5 of these same palm trees. I have probably, I don't know, 40 photos of these palm trees up in my photo album. Yeah, so working on a painting of palm trees from Elysian Park that I'm obsessed with. I'm always taking pictures of these fucking palm trees. I can't handle them. So I have like a whole album of the same exact palm trees because every time I'm there, I just can't help but take the pictures. And today I'm just working on some paper mache painting objects, getting them ready for my Facebook Marketplace store. And I'm painting these canvases. I'm just getting ready. It's time to sell my stuff. So please ask me questions if you have any questions for me. I am just making art. You know, I'm in the film industry. I'm a set designer. I'm a production designer. I work on music videos. I work on film, commercials, editorials. I design environments. I decorate environments. I also take prop styling roles. So it's more of a decorating experience. And so that's what I do for a living. And within that, I collect, you know, vintage furniture, vintage objects and such. I'm a big fan of the turn of the century, the one before this one, like the late 1800s, into about the 40s is where I cut it off, where the furniture is really exciting to me. And the actual just interior design and fabrics and style. And I'm very influenced by the circus of that time from the late 1800s into the early 1900s, the costume wear, the props, the tents, the extravagance of the freak show. Like, oh man, I love that stuff, so I am heavily influenced by that. Yeah, I love making art, and I'm gonna continue to make more videos. I know I've been kind of silent on my channel. I've just been recharging and grasping more ideas and trying to plan my year out with what sets I want to do. I made a vision board. Actually, I'll show my vision board. Why not? Okay. It's just on like cheapo foam board I got from the dollar store. But these are like things that inspire me that I want to shoot to and aim for to create this year with my own sets and for hired projects. So my vision board is kind of just putting out there into the world that I want to work on projects like this. I'm obsessed with big carnival and action park faces that you can walk into. Like Luna Park in Sydney has a really dope ass one. Mr. Steel Chase, I think his name is. I've drawn him. So I love those faces that you can crawl into and walk through. I've been painting backdrops. So that's kind of like a backdrop that I intend to make on my vision board. I love the moon, so I want to do some sort of self-portrait or music video that's all around different phases of the moon, all handmade, of course. And I love the idea of filming something that everything is upside down. So that's on my vision board. I want to do a little silent film where everything's twisted, turned upside down, kind of weird. Shadow art is something that I always wanted to get involved in. So that's part of what I'd like to do with this year. And I just love the idea of this like heart. I'm gonna stand up. Of this heart vibe. I'm gonna paper mache a big ass fish this year because that's what I want to do. And do a little silent and do a little silent with this. A big paper mache fish is in order for sure. I'd like to do a little silent film based around a big paper mache fish. I want to learn tintype photography this year. That's something that really interests me. And I want to take portraits. So I intend to do a portrait of my dog. This is just like a set that I love. More sets that I love. I mentioned earlier that I want to film something that's completely upside down. Hi guys, thanks for popping in. I'm just showcasing my artwork here, and oops, sorry, we've got Banjo. I know that everyone's a fan of Banjo on my channel. He's a miniature dachshund, and he's the sweetest little boy you could ever imagine. And he's blind, and he's so sweet. Meet Banjo. Good boy. He's the sweetest. I love him so much. He's 12 years old, and he's such a little lover boy. I'm just here showcasing my art. So if you have any questions, hit me up. If you have seen my channel and like a video or want to see something from one of my videos, art-wise, let me know. I'm in the middle of painting this canvas. It's palm trees. And I just started a Facebook marketplace with my bowls. And my artwork. I posted this art. Hi, Banjo. Hi. Hi there. Thanks for coming in. I was just showing people the art that I've been making. Been putting it up on my Facebook marketplace. Little side hustle. I take custom orders, so if there's an environment that you really like and you like my style, I can paint it for you. This is Elasian Park. I've done like a little vase with flowers in it. So I've just been kind of busy making paper mache objects and about to sell them on my Facebook market page. My sacred hearts that I've done a couple videos on my channel, those are going up. I'm just making replicas. So I'm in the process of that. Yeah, and I am just kind of getting everything organized and trying to figure out what else I'd like to sell. I've made so many things like stars. Banjo, where's a good little boy? This is Banjo, my dappled dachshund. He's the star of my channel. I know you guys could care less about me and more about him. But that's okay. He's part of it. He's my little art dog. I call him my Picasso dog because he's a dachshund. But I've been working on my paper mache sculptures lately, and about to sell a lot of my paper mache stuff. So that's what I've been up to. I do have a bunch of videos planned for my channel that I will certainly upload soon. I'm in editing mode, I'm in recharging mode, I'm in planning mode. I'm writing a list of sets that I want to do for the year, and projects and things I'd like to concentrate on, so things are a little bit more organized. Yeah. So just getting ready for the year ahead, and maybe I'll try another live in a little while, but thanks for popping by. I'm going to make some lunch, and maybe I'll make another live a little bit later in the day when I start painting. Thanks again for popping in. I really appreciate you being curious about who I am and what I'm up to, and I'm looking forward to doing another one. All right, thank you so much.